Man, I just read this dilemma. Take the kids out of the room, please.
It's one of those.
Uh-oh.
Don't act stupid, Rico. I could almost guarantee you're still picking these dilemmas just by this. Margo, one of your responsibilities is to start picking the dilemmas as they come in.
Okay.
But I see you haven't started just by reading today's.
What does it say? I mean, why?
Dude, don't act dumb, dude, you pervert. The dilemma says, guys, without saying too much, I grew up with an open mind. There's not much I won't say that I won't say no to. This is where things turn. My husband and I have been married for 19 years, and I want us to have sex with others. The only thing is we must do it in front of each other. I don't think it's considered cheating if we're next to each other. He, on the other hand, thinks I'm crazy. It's something I've been thinking of for about 5 years and recently built up the courage to tell him. I think it would be sexy to see him with another woman, and I wouldn't mind being with another myself. I've been 100% faithful, and I will always be straight up with him. Am I being stupid for thinking like this? Is it normal to want to see another woman with my husband? By the way, I'm not looking for any guys to respond like a pig to my dilemma. Comes from girls just want to have fun.
Yeah, you are crazy. Isn't that what she...
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, you're crazy. You crazy girl.
Come over here so I could spank you.
You've been a naughty girl.
Okay, now see, that's all you guys.
Dude, that's how you act. Dude, isn't that the way he acts?
That was hilarious.
As I'm reading this, I'm trying to focus on what I'm reading, but I look at Margo, and Margo's looking at Rico, and Rico's over there like with the...
He's all smiling. He's enjoying this.
Oh, my.
Rico, you're sick, dude. I mean, I know it's someone else's dilemma,
but why am I the sick one out of all
because
this?
you always go for the ones where it's about swingers or I know you're into that. You always you get into it.
Here's the thing: is that I'm gonna hear it whether hey, this is a stupid dilemma. Why don't you guys go to another one? We need something that has more, whatever. And then there's this one. Now you're complaining. Oh, it's too sex or whatever.
I'm not complaining because I could see, dude. When you get your coffee ready and you unzip your jacket, that's how I know it's gonna be a perverted one, dude. It's like, come on, dude. Some people wake up in the morning and turn on Joel Osteen, fool. You're like, this is like something you're looking forward to, dog.
So we're trying to help out. Girls just want to have fun.
And Rico.
And we want to hear from you. Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com or the studio line 877-440-1047. Haters.
Off the air, Margo and I were talking about Rico, and we both think he's an undercover freak, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's a dilemma. I know it helps people, but dilemma also made me realize how much of a pervert Rico is. I mean, with dilemma, I found out that Rico's into spanking. He's the one who likes getting spanked. That came out. Were you here during that time?
I remember hearing about it.
Remember we found out he was into it? Till this day, when you hit him up joking around, he won't admit to it and he won't deny it.
Have you ever noticed too, like when a guy has like a really beautiful wife, a lot of times they're like kind of pervs, and Rico's wife is really gorgeous, and I think that he he worked hard at pulling her.
Oh, look, we have somebody that's on the phone line right now. 877-440.
And they changed the subject for no reason.
407. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? I just have to comment on that. I'm surprised you answered my call, but
all right, what's your comment, man?
First of all, I would like to say it's not normal. She asked, was that normal?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's normal. I think when a woman do that, or a guy, or all of a sudden get courage to say something like that, she don't care about her relationship.
Yeah.
First of all, that's just what I think.
I agree. I mean, if you're married, why do you need someone else in the picture?
Yeah, she don't really care about her relationship, and is not normal. And I think she just it's a good way out. It's a good way out of a relationship to all of a sudden admit I'm a freak. I want to see us with other people, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. That's just crazy. If I was to do that to my girl, I would definitely be already cheating or something.
So what you're saying is that this is the beginning of the end, right? I mean, if this has been going on for 5 years and...
Yeah, it's like, it's like, okay, I admit it. I want to see you with other people, and I want to be with other people, and let's do it. He's either going to say, whoa, let's do it, or he's going to go, I'm out of here.
You know what? I've said this before, man. There's things you do with your wife. Go to dinner, go see a show, go out dancing every now and then. Then there's stuff you do with the hood rats, which is this.
Exactly. If you don't, this relationship isn't serious, yeah, pull one of these and enjoy it, man, and hope the other person is down for what your freakness is.
All right, big dog. Appreciate the call, man. Have a good day.
Nope. Hey, thanks.
I got a couple emails here. It's funny. They both start out by saying, to each their own, but... And JoJo says, bringing people into the relationship causes unforeseen problems. This is where things like adult videos come into play, where you can role play and have those fantasies without the risk. And then Liana said, you're crazy. Marriage is unity. It's between you and that person, not bringing all these other people inside your home.
I know it's not Rico's dilemma, but when I found out Rico was a freak.
Here we go. Come on.
When?
I started being an intern for him at a young age. I was still DJing nightclubs and, parties and quinceañeras and stuff. He was already in the radio business for maybe 10 years when I started interning for him. He used to do this show after the night show because we started doing nights together. So I worked with him from was it 7 to 10, Rico?
Yes.
And then from 10 to midnight, you did a love show, right?
Yep.
So what I used to do is I used to write down his shout outs, the love dedications. And, Rico used to get all smooth. Hey, what's going on? It's a love pad with Rico Santana aquí. Much love to. And, he used to do all that. And, girls used to call up like, oh, you sound so sexy. And Rico used to have this big old cheeser on his face. And then one time, I used to walk in because we were in separate rooms. I used to walk in and give him the shout outs because, I would write them down in a different room. One day I walked in and there was a girl like, oh, yes. And I was like, what's going on? He was having phone sex with her.
Are you serious? Was that in this studio that we're in right now?
No, it was a different
gosh.
studio.
Thank goodness.
Ask him about it. He's not going to admit to it and he's not going to deny it.
Is that for
You can
real?
keep those emails coming in, Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com or the studio line
and right now when we get off, thanks. My wife's going to ask me about it tonight.
Thanks, Guy.
What up, pig?
Rico and Mambo morning show inside of Dilemma of the Day. And today's dilemma comes from girls just want to have fun.
You know what? Everybody has their little freakiness in them, but would you say Rico's out there with some of the stuff he says on there?
We are trying to help out girls just want to have fun. That's what we're trying to do here. Today's dilemma.
Okay, before we go on, Margo, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Based on the conversation we were having off air that we were all included in, would you say Rico is a full-blown pervert?
Well, I don't want to put him out there like that, but yes.
Of course you don't.
Yeah, when you don't want to disrespect, you have to say no disrespect, but yes.
Okay, no disrespect, Rico, but I mean, yeah.
You're not looking for a pig, but you want to do pig-like things? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get that. Do you, Margo?
I don't. I do not.
You got some
get it at all.
emails?
I do have some emails. I got one here from Dog, and he says, don't get another person involved in your sex life. It's not worth it. It's just a fantasy. Get some toys or role play and pretend you're someone else. That'll, do the job for you. And then Kit says, I'm sorry, but this is stupid. Have sex with your husband and that's it, or move on to someone else if you're not happy. I can't imagine watching another woman with the person that I love, which I agree with. I can't even.
Have fun with your husband. Go to a what do you call those? A farmer's market. Go buy some vegetables. get creative, do something. That Rico's the Rico side of you, I don't agree with it. Rico, will you finally admit to everyone that you're into stuff like this, please?
Can I just have my final say?
Final say, Rico.
My final say is I think that this is the beginning of the end of your marriage if you go through with it. I think the bad part is you already been thinking about sleeping with somebody else.
Oh, yeah, that's bad.
And so that's where I think 5 years ago it started going bad, started going downhill. So if you don't really want to be with him, if you really want to have sex with other people, then you know what? Call it off if that's what you want.
For sure.
Margo, your final say.
I just think that throughout this whole email, you were saying like, oh, I think it'd be sexy to watch my husband with another woman, and I want him to do this. And then, oh, and by the way, I wouldn't mind being with somebody too. And it's like, really what you want is you want to be with somebody, you want to have that open relationship. And I don't know what your marriage is like. Maybe your husband is also a freak. Maybe that's why you guys are together. And, you got to talk to him about it. But I just think that there's no good that can come out of this because you really don't know. You could do it and see it happen and then all of a sudden feel the fury building in you. Like
right.
I can't imagine doing it.
I know, I think we've all known or have that freaky couple.
Wait, is this your final say right here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Why not?
all right,
but
go for it.
Everybody has that freaky couple friend, Yeah, you're pointing at Rico. But
not nice.
I mean, I've never seen those couples end up together. They always, they're into freaky stuff together, but somehow down the line, they don't end up together. And even when you're around them, you're like, wow, there's a couple that's not going to last. So, I mean, bringing someone else in, especially in your sex life, I think is wrong, first of all. But what was that movie we were talking about right now?
Summer of Sam, I think. Is it Summer of Sam or Son of Sam?
Son of Sam, Summer of Sam. Man, that movie right there.
Oh, my God. I can't handle it.
Oh.
It's a perfect example of where you think it's a good idea.
And it ends all bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, you know what? I've said this before, man. If you haven't got all the hood-rasm out of your system, do not get married.
It's true.
Be a hood rat. If that's what you want to be a hood rat. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong, but be a hood rat. You can't be married and be a hood rat. It's not going to work out.
If you got a dilemma, you can always get it to us, Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com,
hey,
and we will get to it
every now and then?
ASAP. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and
The
we'll be
Craigslist,
back here.
The one looking for people, that's the one you look at?
Misconnections.
Misconnections.